it's still doing it. Shit. All right. My bit rate is still low, so hold on. Okay, so this should work. Let's see. There we go. We're actually getting. Here we go. We should be able to go now. Just let this one time real quick. Make sure it's not screwing up. My eye hurt. Like hell. Okay, I guess we can start with this one. Start the chapter. How about fix the video a little later on and put it back up. Production company Takura Productions Practice Studio. Says about half a year has passed since we saw the case that took place in the peaceful rural town of Inaba. Summer vacation has been over for a while, but the heat still clings. Today, we had come to a certain production company's office for a particular purpose.
Rise-san's very late. It's past time for our lesson already.
Yeah. Upon saying so, Naoto looked up at the clock on the wall. Naoto Shirogane, she's a underclassman and 1 year younger than me, but she's a detective, the 5th generation of the distinguished Shirogane family. When I first met her, she had problems with how others saw her and presented herself as an adult man. Now though, she shifted away from that. Well, not an adult man, more like a teenage boy. Definitely not an adult man. She didn't present herself like that. I nodded to Naoto before taking out my own cell phone, scanning the backlit screen.
No text or voicemail from her. What about you?
Me neither, it seems. I wonder if something happened. But in that case, I think you'd be the first one Rise-san would contact, Senpai.
Rise Kujikawa, she's an underclassman and a year younger than me. Okay, you know what? Go back to chapter, so like, cause this is definitely tripping. Okay, this should. Okay, seriously though, this should definitely work. Come on. Okay. Now it's right. It rose to a proper. Okay, so I guess we're going to start again since it was doing that. Well, this is the story mode. So let's go back here.
Well then, that concludes this audition.
Uh,
Contact you individually with your results after some time.
Thank you, sir.
Take care now.
Thanks for everything.
Thank you for staying so late.
Thank you so much. See you.
Uh-oh, the child fell. Oh, no.
Thank you for everything. So we'll get back. Good luck. I'm rooting for you too.
What kind of reaction was that? Ah!
Excuse me? Yuko-san?
Uh-oh. Right, again with this nightmare fuel stuff.
What the? Was that a
It came
scream?
from the studio.
It was from the studio. Hey!
What?
What's going on?
Hey, have you heard that rumor? Huh? Which one? When
The
you look at
rumor
some
about the
website at
midnight
night,
stage.
There's this weird video that plays on its own. It's hard to really make out much at first, but you can totally see this idol who should be dead dancing in it. When you watch the video to the end, supposedly
That's
you
creepy.
get taken away
That's
to
just plain
the other
creepy.
side, and you never wake up.
And you never wake up. Right. Wait, why the hell? When you awaken, you are greeted with an unfamiliar sight. The floor, walls, even the ceiling, everything in the mysterious room is colored a deep ultramarine. Before you sit a similarly unfamiliar woman. Before you sit.
Welcome to the Velvet Room. Don't worry, this is merely a dream. The you in the real world is sound
A
asleep.
realm that exists between dream and reality. Mind and matter.
Having said that, you're no guest of this room.
She fixes you with a piercing stare, as if appraising you before continuing on.
Perhaps you've gone astray in your dream and wandered into a realm beyond your ken. This is the Velvet Room, a place that exists between dream and reality.
Mind and matter.
And matter. Normally, only those who have agreed upon some form of contract may come here.
After saying so, she turns her gaze downward as if in contemplation.
But nothing meaningless happens in this room.
Nothing meaningless. Right, so me being here isn't meaningless.
If you are here, there must be a reason for it. Very well. I'll use this as an opportunity to tell you of a guest we once hosted here.
The woman before you straightens her posture slightly, then faces you directly. It seems she's going to tell you a story about someone other than yourself. Who does she intend to tell you about?
Yes, I know just whose story to relate. This is the tale of an unforgettable guest who kindled within my heart a flame that none of our countless visitors could match.
Who kindled her heart and lit it aflame.
I knew him as
Sounds like a Dark Souls reference.
In overcoming a terrible ordeal that befell a certain town, he formed an irreplaceable bond with his friends. The power of their bond supported them, Through every trial, even when facing an adversary with inhuman powers,
Yep.
they remained undaunted throughout. You seem perplexed. I'm not surprised. You could have no notion of what I'm speaking of, after all.
Yeah, I really don't. So you want to give me a rundown?
In that case, I will show you a glimpse into the
felt
story
weird.
after they overcame their ordeal.
When the woman raises her hand, brilliant light slowly floods your surrounding.
To be clear, this is not the story of the ordeal they faced.
Okay.
One might think of it as a festival that they performed in, at the risk of their own lives.
Interesting, interesting, interesting. Okay. You and his friends. Production company Takura Productions Practice Studio. About half a year has passed since we solved the case that took place in the peaceful rural town of Inaba. Summer vacation has been over for a while, but the heat still clings. Today we had come to a certain production company office for a particular purpose.
Rise-san's very late. It's past time for our lesson already.
Huh. Upon saying so, Naoto looks up at the clock on the wall. Naoto Shirogane, she's an underclassman and 1 year younger than me, but she's a detective and 5th generation of the distinguished Shirogane family. When I first met her, she had problems with how others saw her and presented herself as an adult man, which is actually not true. She was presented herself as a teenage boy. Now though, she shifted away from that, as we can see with her chest being very visible. Well, not naked visible, but still visible. I nod to Naoto before taking out my own cell phone, scanning the backlit screen.
No text or voicemail from her. What about you?
Me neither, it seems. I wonder if something happened. But in that case, I think you'd be the first one Rise-san would contact, Senpai.
Actually, that's true. Rise Kuchikawa, she's an underclassman and a year younger than me. Like Naoto, she's a teen idol famous across Japan, working under this company, Takura Productions. Just like Naoto, she had her own issues to deal with. When we first met her, Rise had been on hiatus from her work as an idol. However, the year we spent together helped her grow, and she's currently in the midst of making her comeback to showbiz. Actually, Rise's comeback is essentially the reason ordinary high school students like us are here in the first place.
Should I give her a call?
It would be a good idea for you to call her.
No, we can wait a little longer. Now, her work schedule is tight to begin with. It's us who are imposing on her time.
Yeah.
Or rather, it's me.
My fingers hover over the call button, but I stop at Naoto's words and put my cell phone away in my pocket. It's true, Rise must be very busy. It may be better to wait a bit longer and see what happens. And just as I'm thinking this, Naoto moves on to another conversation topic.
It still seems so hard to believe. For me, of all people, to be standing in a production studio awaiting dance lessons.
I know, that does sound weird.
I couldn't have pictured it either, if it wasn't for Rise's comeback performance.
We all have to thank Rise for this.
The Love Meets Bonds Festival. They're calling it LMB for short, correct?
Yeah.
seems to be a momentous occasion. I've heard TV crews will be there on the day of the concert.
That's right. We'll be participating as backup dancers in a performance at LMB, the debut show for Rise's comeback. Of course, Rise aside, we're all just amateurs. We're going to need a lot of practice before we can handle a real show. So far, our practice has been extremely rigid and is still continuing on now.
Oh, ballroom dancing I could have managed, but I'm entirely useless at this. I felt much more at ease fighting monsters in a strange world than I feel here.
Oh man, I'm super late. I'm so sorry.
Hello, glamorous girl, Rise Kujikawa.
Rise-san, oh thank goodness you're all right.
My last meeting just wouldn't end. Were you two waiting long?
No, not really. That sounds tough.
Don't worry about us. I'm sure all your hard work will pay off in the end.
You're so nice.
That is
Senpai.
not what I said. I said
I
that
may be
sounds
late,
tough.
But I guess there was a silver lining.
We don't hold it against you. With the music festival right around the corner, you must be overwhelmed with all the preparations.
That she probably is, considering how busy this time of year probably is.
After all, it's not just we two you've been supervising.
Oh?
I've heard that you're making time to give lessons to the others in Inaba as well.
As Naoto says, we three aren't the only ones of our friend who will be participating in the Love Meets Bonds festival. The members of the investigation team are friends who help solve countless cases in distant Inaba will be performing at this festival as well. Yosuke, Chie, Yukiko, Kanji, and Teddy. Even now, the 8 of us are practicing our dance moves daily. Though Rise is busy with work, she's been going back and forth between here and Inaba to help teach our friends in the country.
Well, everyone's pitching in to help me. Senpai, Naoto-kun, my friends in Inaba. I want all of us to be our absolute best on stage, so I'll do whatever I can to help achieve that.
This is probably going to be the only live stream I do of this.
Hey man, the festival producer's been a real pill about it.
I'm gonna do the just do like regular videos of it.
Just a minute ago, she
But
was
just
going
gonna be
on
just
and
like
on
this,
about
like I have it
throwing our
right now.
money away on amateurs. It was like I wasn't in the room. I was seriously seeing red. We'll show her. We're gonna pull this off whatever it takes, and then she'll see how amazing all of you are.
Yeah, fuck that. Screw that girl.
You're a true professional. My hat is off to you.
You know it. So you can't slack off either, Naoto-kun.
Yeah, put the pressure on her.
Come on, let's get this rehearsal started.
Let's get it started and let's get it started in here. Naoto's face.
Oh, good. All 3 of you are here.
The studio door opens, cutting off Rise's words. The man poking his head through the doorway might be the only other friendly face here besides Rise in this unfamiliar studio.
Inoue-san,
Oh,
what's up?
we're in one of those places, huh?
Wait, is that you, Nozomi? Oh my gosh! Hey girls, it's been forever!
The man called Inoue gives a smile and enters the room we're in. There are a number of girls behind him, but I don't recognize any of them.
I'm sorry to interrupt your practice, Yu-kun and Naoto-kun.
Of course you don't, because they weren't introduced back in Persona 4. Or Persona 4 Golden.
Oh,
Or Persona 4
Rise-san's
Arena
major.
Ultimax Ultra Suplex Hold.
Could you spare a moment of your time? There are some people I'd like to introduce you both to.
Okay.
They're another idol group with Takara Productions. They'll be performing at LMB too.
Cool. Hello,
Allow me to
ladies.
introduce Nozomi Nakahara, Tamami Uesugi, Sumomo Ujima, and Tomoe Sayama.
Beautiful girls.
These are the next generation of idols, following in Rise-chan's footsteps.
What's up with the girl with the blue eyes? Her eyes are, she looks like she's halfway between sleepy and just cunning, like she's planning some bullshit. The girl with the blonde hair, her eyes are all the way open. The younger looking one has one eye closed as she's winking, and then the tallest one, the girl with the brownish shorter hair, has her eye closed. I see, so they're Rise's juniors. The four girls, clearly all part of the same group, smile at us dressed in matching costumes. They're not in matching costumes. Unless you mean that we're in matching costumes. This isn't good. I'm not an expert on the showbiz world to begin with, so there's no way I'd know about them. Is it rude to tell actual teen idols to their face that I don't know them? If Yosuke were here right now, things would be different. However, backup comes from an unexpected place. Naoto is the one to speak up, previously lost in thought next to me.
I've seen them on TV before. As I recall, they're members of Kanamine Kitchen.
Kanamine Kitchen. I have no words for that tag name.
Wow, Naoto-kun, that's right. You sure do your homework on this stuff. But it's just you four? Where's Konami?
She didn't really do her homework. She just said she saw them on TV.
Konami-chan's doing PR right now for her solo photo book that's out soon.
Awesome. Kanamine Kitchen. I recall hearing that name. I see they're the members of that group. If I remember right, they're a popular idol group made to center around Kanami Mashita, another of Rise's juniors, who actually was referenced in Persona 4 Golden. I'm not sure. I don't remember if she was actually referenced in Persona 4, the original one, but she definitely was referenced in Persona 4 Golden, and she's also referenced in Persona 5 Dancing All Night because of the fact that Futaba seems to be a fan of both Rise and Kanami. The four girls Inoue-san brought here make up the group Kanami Kitchen minus Kanami-san herself right now.
You know, Inoue-san, you've been pushing Konami too much lately.
Oh?
I don't think having her take on every job she's offered is a good thing.
What is this girl doing?
You don't mince words, do you, Tomoe-chan?
What the hell is this? I don't understand that.
Well, I have to be direct. LMB is just around the corner. Do you understand that even now we're behind on rehearsing?
And whose fault? I know, is it his fault? Because I bet you it's their fault.
Well, I do. Trust me, I know how big that event is going to be for your group.
Hey, I want to do photo book work too. I want to model lots of outfits like cute swimsuits.
All right, Sumomo-chan, just calm down. If a job like that comes in, I'll make sure you get a crack at it.
Of course. Tomoe-san gives a wary sigh as Sumomo-san clings to Inoue-san like a pouting child. They're supposedly Rise's juniors, but I can't get a read on any of their actual ages. It's a little baffling. How old are they? Actually, if I'll be speaking directly to them, how polite should I be? While I'm thinking it over, Naoto, who seems startled by their appearance in a completely different way, mutters somewhat taken back.
This is a bit overwhelming. It's like being in a room with 5 Rise-sans.
Yeah. Damn.
What? Am I that much like them? Is that what you think of your coach?
Oh, no. That wasn't my intent at all.
Naoto doesn't understand the situation, so when she sees other girls acting like they're, the first thing that comes to mind is freaking Rise.
So this guy's Yusan?
Huh? If I recall Inoue-san's earlier introduction, this aggressive girl must be Tamami-san. After walking over towards us, she looks into my face and stares intently at me. Did I do something to offend her? Is it my face?
Is there something on my face?
No, that's not the problem.
Oh?
I'm not falling for it. You seem way too cool. I don't like it one bit.
I'm too cool. Too cool for school. That's our boy you.
Jeez, there she goes again.
The boy's a Chad. That's why he's cool.
I'm
You is the
sorry,
Chadda
Senpai.
persona.
She's always quick to pick fights with anyone and everyone.
I see. So that's the kind of girl she is. When I nod at Rise's words, Tamami directly points at me. What now?
Just you wait, Yusan.
Oh?
The next time I see you, I'll have a herd of boys with me. All of them better and dreamier than you.
Oh? I look forward to it.
It'll be a boy trail that goes so far back you can't see the end. Like a goldfish's you-know-what.
Huh? The air in the room goes frigid at Tamami's bizarre example. Wasn't that intently awkward, or should I say something to back her up?
I'm sorry. Tamami-chan isn't very good at metaphors.
Yeah, we can see that.
Hey, why'd you go with you-know-what? Are we not supposed to say goldfish poop?
Well, I don't think saying poop in and of itself would damage an idol's image.
Huh?
Though, when you go out of your way to avoid saying it like that, it just calls more attention to it.
Is this really a conversation we should be having right now?
Shut up!
Sumamo-san darts away as Tamami chases her while Tomoe-san watches in exasperation. This suddenly became a sketch comedy. That's when the last member standing next to Inoue-san stepped forward and smiled cheerfully. Her name was right, Nozomi-san.
Come now, everyone. A lady should always be graceful.
I'm pleased to meet you. I'm Naoto Shirogane.
It's an honor to make your acquaintance. I hope to make an impression on you.
Oh? I see. No wonder she's part of the same group as the other three. Nozomi-san seems at first glance like someone you could talk to normally as opposed to her colleagues, but it seems she won't be a cakewalk either. Naoto must have been thinking the same thing. When I look to her, she's desperately trying to relax her frozen expression as she responds to Nozomi-san.
Yes, well then.
That sparkle and the freaking twinkle in her teeth. Oh my god.
Alright, that's enough, everyone. They're just amateurs, so try not to bother them too much.
And they can bother us all they want.
Oh, it's no bother. We're fine. Right,
Yeah.
Senpai?
That's right. It was
It
nice.
was a pleasant change of pace.
Really? Yay! Then I'll keep right on bugging you.
Okay, that's enough. You two gotta know when to put the brakes on these girls. If you don't, you'll never hear the end of it.
Oh?
Oh. Sounds a bit like someone we know. Right, Rise?
Who are these people anyway, Rise-senpai? And there's more coming, right?
Yep.
I heard they're your friends, but they're not your boyfriends, are they?
All of us? No. One of them? Maybe.
Of course not. I mean, how would that even be possible? But they are all important to me. They're my friends, more precious to me than anything.
For a moment, the four of them are at a loss for words upon hearing Rise, and odd silence settles. What's wrong? I don't think what she said was that weird.
Friends, huh?
That sounds so nice.
Then again,
Uh-oh. Oh, here we go.
you could say you senpai is special to me.
Ooh, is that so?
Is that so?
Cut off my train of thought. Rise grabs my arm and clings like usual. I know she's just joking, but Rise, can an idol like you afford to do something like that in front of the other people?
Rise-san?
Even Naoto's like, what are you doing?
Oh dear. Well, I guess if anyone can get away with it, it's you, Rise-chan.
Obviously.
That reminds me, Inoue-san. You're done introducing everyone, right? We need to get started on our lesson.
You're right. We ought to get going in that case. Everyone, let's break until the evening interview. Could you stay in your dressing room so I can come get you later?
Okay.
The members of Kanami Kenshin reply in unison and bow before promptly and smoothly filing out of the room. Maybe it's odd, but ever since I started coming to Takura's production, I've seen a lot of people here automatically shift gears like this. They really are professionals. I suppose it goes to show that even these girls are entertainers through and through.
Please excuse us.
Oh yes, the TV spot for LMB is gonna start airing today.
Oh.
You should let everyone know. It'll be broadcast across Japan, so they should be able to see it in Inaba too.
Cool.
Nice. Thanks, Inoue-san.
Inoue-san is the last to leave, and we're back to just the three of us in the studio. The sudden quiet is like the aftermath of a storm. Naoto mumbles almost involuntarily.
A TV commercial. That's what we filmed the other day, yes? It's really going to appear on TV.
I wonder what it looks like.
Is it finally hitting you? That's right. All our smiling faces will be on TVs all across Japan.
That's nerve-wracking.
So there's no
Not for
backing out
me,
of
for
this now, eh,
Naoto.
Naoto-kun?
Come now. You needn't say it like that.
I'll email everyone about the ad later. Let's get practicing.
I'm sure they'll be watching even if we don't tell them about it.
Yep.
On that point, I agree. I doubt they'd ever miss festivities like this.
She has a point. I think of the faces of our friends in Inaba and can't help but smile. The Love Meets Bonds Festival TV commercial introduces all the participants of the event, so we all participate in the filming too. We're going to appear on TV, and this time it won't be on some bizarre program that only comes on at midnight. That does feel a little embarrassing, but it'll certainly be an exciting experience. And not to mention, my friends are even more attentive to this kind of thing than I am. They've probably already invited each other over and are waiting for the commercial's broadcast. The funny mental image brings a smile to my face.
The Love Meets Bonds Festival.
Wow.
Songs and dance echo across the
Really?
world. In addition to this all-star cast, there will be special guests. The talented devilish idol, Rise Kujikawa.
Oh, they look actually pretty good. But Konami's eyes freak me out.
Come join us at LMB Festival. We'll form a passionate bond.
I
with
hope
you
those are
all.
just contacts.
Our meat's extra yummy, so
Enjoy, everyone.
And you're like, what the fuck?
Where? Right there.
We have a huge sale on large flat screen TVs today.
Mommy, don't look at them.
That night, Rise, Naoto, and I were still spending our time on dance practice at Takura Studios. Blech. Takura Production Studios.
One, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. Come on, Naoto-kun.
Naoto's freak.
Hey guys, let's stop for a bit.
Get your freak on, Naoto. What am I doing?
This is intense. I didn't envision it to be this tough.
Begin
It's all worked out in my head, but
Well, there's your problem. You're thinking too much. You stiffen up like that.
Stop thinking. Just feel. That's all I gotta say to that.
Some skill is necessary, of course, and you have to factor in the choreography too.
Wow, that sounds weird as fuck.
But once you have that, all you need to do is show how you feel by moving with the music.
is that how it works?
Yeah, that's exactly how it works.
You, senpai, What do you think about when you dance?
I don't think of anything, really.
Just have
Just having
fun.
fun.
That's how it should be.
That's what I'm doing right
Dancing
now.
isn't just about moving to the rhythm. It's expressing yourself and your feelings to the people watching you. If you're trying to get across the message that this is fun, then us dancers need to be having more fun than anyone.
Expressing one's feelings, huh? That makes a kind of sense now that you explain it.
Right.
In ancient times, dancing was a form of culture developed as a means of expressing one's faith and ideals without words.
Yep.
So then, it's not a matter of being good or bad at it. I must instead learn how to express myself without fear.
Come on, Naoto-kun. You're still overthinking it. It's like what Chie-senpai always says. Don't think, feel.
Oh yeah, Chie always does say that, doesn't she?
In your case, you just gotta loosen up and enjoy yourself. Don't worry if you do a move wrong. Okay, let's try it from the top one more time.
Already? Can't we please, take a short break?
Naoto. Rise's still ready to go, but it's clear to see that Naoto's legs are shaky and she sounds flustered. A quick break might help. As I decide how I could help the situation, my cell that I'd set off to the side begins ringing loudly and vibrating. Caller ID shows the name Yosuke Hanamura. Yosuke to the rescue.
It's Yosuke. I need to step out for a bit to take this.
Okay, then we'll start right after you come back.
Oh, I'm saved.
She's saved. For now.
Hello? Yosuke?
What's good? In the hood.
Partner, are you okay to talk right now?
Yeah, it's fine.
Good.
At the sound of the familiar voice on the line, I can't help but smile in relief. My partner in Edinburgh keeps talking in his usual careless, carefree tone.
Dude, we saw the commercial. We all gathered around the TV at Junes when it was on. Man, seeing that stuff got us all pumped up.
And got you blushing too.
Are we all celebrities now? Maybe I should start working on my autograph.
No, maybe you shouldn't.
That might be a good idea.
Anyway,
Really, you?
We're heading over there tomorrow. We leave first thing in the morning, so I'm sure we'll get there before noon. Just wait until you see where all our training has gotten us.
I wonder if this is the you from New Game Plus.
I look forward to it.
Probably. Even at our first practice, Yosuke surprised us all with his naturally deft moves. The videos that Rise's been recording only prove he's been getting better and better. It's been a while since then, so I'm sure he'll show us a dance as amazing as he says. Lost in thought, I pick up on what sounds like arguing on the other side of the call. It's already starting. I can easily picture what's happening on their end, and I end up smiling despite myself.
Dude, Teddy, hold your horses. You'll get your turn. So, hey! Hello, is this Sensei? I'm doing very well.
We can tell, Teddy. We can tell.
Oh yeah? I'm glad to hear that.
I'm very glad to hear that. Teddy is a resident of the TV world that we met through the case we solved. Still, he's an important friend as the rest of us. Right now, he lives at Yosuke's. Normally, he wears his trademark bear fur, and the local kids know him as a mascot of the department store Junes. However, judging by the tone of his voice, he must be taking his inner form as a young man right now. Sounds like he grabbed Yosuke's cell away, though. He might end up regretting that.
I bet it must be lonely without me there, but don't you worry about that. I'll be coming with the others tomorrow to get married to you, Sensei.
What? That doesn't sound right, Teddy.
That should be interesting.
Nana-chan and Pops are coming too, of course. Let's see, what other news is there?
Teddy, I think you need to fix that, because that sounded really weird.
Huh? Ah!
On the other end, it sounds like Teddy turned around and a melodramatic scream rings out. I shift the phone a little further from my ears. Business as usual. My guess is that Yosuke just got back up and saw Teddy with the swipe phone. I think I know them well enough to work out what'll happen next.
Damn it, Teddy, I was still talking to him. No, Yosuke, violence isn't the answer.
Sounds like you two are still getting along.
Obviously.
What gave you that idea? Anyway, that's the gist of it. We're coming tomorrow. Tell Rise and Naoto we said hi. See ya.
See you tomorrow.
Huh? Are you done with the studio, Yukon?
I turn at the familiar voice and see Inoue-san standing there with a can of coffee in his hand. It seems pretty late already though. Being the manager of a teen idol must be a pretty demanding job.
No, not yet. I was just taking a call.
Ah, I see. By the way, I'm sorry about the commotion this afternoon.
Yeah.
Is Rise-chan still with you?
Yes, she's helping us rehearse.
Right.
That reminds me, I don't think I've thanked you yet. I'm still surprised that you agreed to perform. Would you like some coffee?
I generously accept the coffee and answer Inoue-san's smile with one of my own. Agreed to perform. Inoue-san most likely referring to backup dancing at L&B.
Thank you. We were surprised too. I never thought we'd be asked to perform with Rise in her comeback show.
Yeah.
Rise-chan insisted on it as soon as her spot at the festival was decided. As close as you all are to her, you're still just ordinary folks. To be honest, I was against it at first, but...
Which is understandable. There's no reason to say it like that.
Seeing you rehearse convinced me. I knew then this would be a great show.
Is that so?
I've been working in this industry for quite a while now, you know. I've developed a sixth sense as a manager.
And as you should.
There's no question that
otherwise you wouldn't have been able to
changed
get
after
as far as
getting to know
you
all.
could.
She always had something
I
special
mean, as far
that
as you are
shined
now.
from within. But I feel like that's been polished to an even brighter gleam. When Rise-chan's with you, she seems to glow even more than usual.
With me specifically, or you mean with the group?
That's why I decided to place my bets on all of you. Give you a place on the reborn Rise Kujikawa's big debut.
Awesome. We'll do our best.
We'll do our best.
I hope I'm not just putting more pressure on by telling you this.
Nah, not really.
I'm serious though. There's no need to worry. We're professionals. If you and your friends give 100%, then we'll amplify that energy and put on a hell of a show for the audience.
Right.
As your friend's manager, I'll give you all the support I can as well.
Inoue-san usually seems like a fairly stoic person, but when he talks about Rise, his face really lights up. I guess even as a competitive showbiz professional, Rise had that much charm. I'm filled with sudden pride and relief from both his praise of Rise and his confidence in us. I can only reply with a grateful nod.
Thank you.
Oh, I forgot I was in a hurry.
Yeah.
I'll talk to the management, so go ahead and keep using the studio.
Well, that was a nice conversation.
Make sure you're not up too late, though.
I understand. By the way, what's your hurry?
Oh wait, are we staying at a hotel?
Oh, it's probably nothing. You haven't seen the Kanamin Kitchen girls, have you?
Eh.
Or someone that looked like them, maybe?
No, I haven't seen them. The only time I did was when you were introducing us.
That's all right then. I'm sorry if I said anything to worry you. Well, I should head to a meeting now, so...
Well, that's
see you
not
later.
good. That already raises a flag. I recall the 4 idols I met this afternoon as I considered the situation. They might not be on Rise's level, but they're big names for Takura Productions. I almost said Kakura or something. It seems odd that Inoue-san, a manager, would ask me for their whereabouts. He looked somewhat flustered as well. Could something have happened? As I puzzle over it, someone bolts in front of me and trips, flailing wildly. A cute girl with pigtails slams face first. Luckily, her glasses didn't shatter on her face, but her Crocs just flew. I'm seeing her skid across the wax floor of the hallway like a baseball player sliding home. Catches me a bit by surprise. After an extreme fall like that, she might not be up to talking. Are you okay?
You alright?
Face first. That really hurt. Oh, someone saw me. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. It's nothing. I'm fine. I'll leave. Quietly, calmly, and right away.
That's not quietly. That's not kindly. And oh wait, shit. That's not calmly. That's not quietly.
And with that, I am gone.
The girl babbles on, and before she zooms off at full speed, like a clumsy tornado. What was that all about? She took quite a fall, but did she hurt herself? Actually, I guess I've been off the phone with Yosuke for quite a while now. If I make the others wait any longer, Rise will probably get impatient and get Naoto up and practicing again. If that happened, Naoto would definitely hold a grudge against me. It'd probably be best if I hurry back to the studio. Having reached a conclusion, I quickly head back with coffee in hand to where Rise and Naoto are reading. So he's just going to completely dismiss the fact that this girl just fell right on her fucking face and just ran off.
Welcome back.
Here it is, the pre-LMB report. Wow, somebody's already uploaded the vid.
When I get back, I find Rise and Naoto in conversation while looking at their cell phones. Rise beckons me over and I settle behind them. Looks like they were looking at websites affiliated with LMB Fest. I look at the phone screen as well and see a reporter with the 4 members of Condiment Kitchen we met this afternoon. Condiment Kitchen.
Sure enough, it's the girls we met earlier.
We're live with the members of Condiment Kitchen. Any comments for your fans?
Hello, Yukari.
Yes. Well then, I'm Tomoe Sayama, your soft lamb. I may be a bit gamey, but one bite and you'll be hooked.
That sounded oddly sexual.
Come to Love Meets Bonds, and I'll see to it you have the time of your life.
I need an adult. Oh wait, I am an adult.
Hiya! I'm Tamami Uesugi, your fluffy hen, and delicious to the bone. I'm always #1, and so's my soup stock.
What?
I'm in this thing, so you better come see me. If you don't, I'll never speak to you again.
Y'all just making me hungry.
I'm Sumomo Ujima, everyone's piglet. I'm a pudgy ball of fun who rolls around all day.
Okay, her eyes are creeping me out. Like seriously, they're too goddamn expressive.
Come play, everyone. If you don't spend time with me, I'm gonna cry.
Oh.
I am Nozomi Nakahara, your noble stag. As
Oh, that she's about to say
powerful as I
noble
am
steed.
beautiful, my gallantry will sweep you off your feet.
Oh my.
I look forward to an amazing night spent together. This Love Meets Bonds festival will be a special day for ourselves and you.
Oh, a lovely night, you say. Well, sign your boy up. Your boy about to get him some of that Condiment Kitchen. I see. It's an interview with the members of Condiment Kitchen since they're performing at LMB. In any case, That had quite an impact. Should we think of a greeting like this too? My gaze just while I'm lost in thought, and Naoto mutters, sounding a bit overwhelmed.
Those are some unusual taglines. A lamb, hen, piglet, and stag?
They're food for the kitchen. Kaname kitchen.
I suppose it's unique, but...
Well, their whole shtick as an idol group is that they're all edible meats.
Yeah. Because everybody isn't already looking at them as if they're just meat, pieces of meat.
Edible meats? They're up for consumption?
Not really, but the food that they're representing are.
Yeah, there's so many idols nowadays, you won't survive if you don't stand out from the crowd. Though that's not the only thing they have going for them. The battle between the corrupt, impossibly demanding producer and the poor, hard-working idols. That's another angle they're taking that's got them a lot of their current popularity.
A corrupt producer? Is that a common problem in the world of showbiz?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's not actually like that. That's just another strategy to get them over with the public. Then again, knowing her, I have to wonder if there isn't some truth to it.
There's some truth to it.
Is that so?
It's the same one who's the overall producer of LMB. It just goes to show that it takes all kinds in this business.
It takes all kinds. From Rise's description, it sounds like there are a lot of strategies like this in the showbiz world. Interesting. The reporter on screen moves towards an even more flamboyant girl standing behind the other four members.
Well then, let's finish up with a word to the fans from Kanami-san.
Oh, of course. Is around here okay?
It's the girl who fell flat on her face.
I've seen her on TV before.
That's Kanami Mashita. She's the lead member of Kaname Kitchen. While I was on break, they started calling her the next Rosette. It's frustrating, but she's definitely hot right now. Even with my comeback, I keep wondering if I can come out on top anymore. Wait a sec. Okay, she's definitely had a boob job.
She didn't have a boob job.
Hello, I'm Kanami Mashita, your prize cow. My meat is marbled, my movement is slow, and I sleep off every meal.
What the hell?
Everyone!
That's the
join
weirdest
me
one.
Wishing that the weather will be bright and sunny on the day of the festival. It's been hot lately, and we all get sweaty in the sun, so make sure you bathe and brush your teeth while you're at it.
Thank you, Kaname. And I take it you all have some closing remarks?
Of course. Well then, everyone, on the day of LMB, our meat will be extra delicious. So,
Oh my.
enjoy every last bite.
I will.
That's all for
I
our
definitely
free
will.
Love Meets Bonds Festival report.
There's so many innuendos in one sentence. It's just like, Jesus Christ.
Kanami-san wasn't with the group when we saw them this afternoon.
Inoue-san mentioned she was doing PR for her solo photo book.
She's the girl who fell flat on her face.
To be honest, Kanami sells much more than the other four. I mean, the group's named after her.
I've been feeling this way since filming the TV commercial, but all those appearing on stage for this event will be industry professionals, no?
Uh-oh.
Maybe amateurs like us shouldn't participate in this after all.
There you go with that again. Don't worry about it. When it comes to outsized personalities, we're a match for Kanami's group.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure that's something to be proud of.
It's not, but it's funny as hell.
Me neither.
Haha. You.
I said you'll be fine.
He's like, wait a minute. That's not a compliment.
Anyway, it's getting late. Why don't we get in one last run-through before calling it a night?
Yeah.
It's that late already? Yosuke-senpai and the others will be here tomorrow. We'll want to be as ready as we can for the joint rehearsal.
Why am I dancing like this?
Well, that being said, I'm utterly spent. Please, let me sit out on this one.
Oh!
What? Seriously? Okay, then go ahead and kick back now, Tokun. You've still got some juice left, though, right, you senpai?
Right. It says I'm at my limit. If you ask nicely.
Well, if that's what you want, maybe I could find my second win.
Ooh.
What are you hinting at, senpai? It's kind of cute hearing that from you.
Uh,
Well, fine, since you asked
pretty
for
hidden
it.
at something very interesting.
Please, Senpai, will you do this one last time for me?
I knew I picked the right answer. Oh man, I had forgotten I'm dealing with a veteran teen idol and a popular one at that. I smile wearily at my own oversight and nod at her while rolling my shoulders to stretch my tired muscle. Looks like I can keep going a little longer.
All right, you Senpai. Let me know when you're ready to start.
Oh, and we're about to actually get on, so I'm about to get on this. Jesus Christ. Ugh, getting this thing on is annoying. Let's get this.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Hello, everyone! Professor Teddy here. While Sensei and the others are learning their steps, we ought to try some dancing too. Let's start with the basics. Press the buttons to match your timing with the flying notes.
Yep.
You get the idea? All right, your turn now. Feel the rhythm and press those buttons.
Yeah,
Yeah,
got it.
that's how you do it. Okay, time for lesson 2. Sometimes you'll see rings that look like this. Those are scratches. For these, you just flip
Scratch
the
me.
left to right analog stick. Even if you mess these ones up, it doesn't count as a mistake, so don't stress out over them.
Unless I actually put that
When
on
the
there.
ring overlaps with the outer circle, just move the stick in any direction. Wait a sec, that last one looked kind of funky, right? This is called a fever ring.
Fever
Pretty
ring.
much like scratches. But if you get enough of them right, your dance is gonna go into fever time. All kinds of good stuff happens in fever time, so get it whenever you can. Now, last up is how to clear the stage and win. This hype gauge here tells you how much the audience is enjoying the show. Depending on how good your dancing is, it'll change, like this. If the audience's excitement gets too low, then that's it. Show's over.
Uh-oh.
And even if you dance to the end, you'll only win if the audience had a good time. Psst, one more thing. If you get fever time when the audience is hyped up, something very good might happen.
Yeah, we know.
Alrighty, now let's bring it home. Bust a move.
About to bust the boo, baby.
Yeah, you got the hang of it. And that's it for tonight's lesson. Till next time, everybody.
Ugh, my eyes. That was fucking with my eyes. Phew! I knew the adrenaline from the dance fade and take a deep breath to calm my pulse. I let the adrenaline from the dance fade and take a deep breath to calm my pulse. There we go. Today's practice tired me out, but it looks like I managed to dance through it good. I don't want to sound pretentious or anything, but I think I've been moving a lot more smoothly lately. Where was I? Smooth lately. In the beginning, all I could hope for was to just get through the steps. Kind of strange that I'm getting used to this when it used to be such an ordeal.
Good job. We haven't been practicing long, and you've improved so much already.
Oh, that was amazing to watch, Senpai. I must improve my own performance to match.
Right. Every say in Naoto's praise, I smile in return, then take a moment to towel off. That's when I hear a slow clapping from the room's entrance. We all glance over.
Huh? Miss Ochimizu?
At Rise's words, my attention goes to the woman leisurely striding towards us. From her elegant, formal appearance, I get a sense of pride dignity and unmistakable authority. That demeanor, Could she be the overall producer of LMB's Fest and Rise mentioned? That Rise mentioned? Not and Rise mentioned.
Indeed. It was most impressive.
Okay, who is this broad?
I even left my meeting early to see for myself how things were going.
I'm sure you did.
Do you need something? We're in the middle of rehearsal.
No, she doesn't. She's just here to cause a scene.
I wouldn't have come if I had no business here.
You actually have no business here. You're just making business here.
How low Takara Productions has fallen. I only permitted this farce because Inoue begged me. Rise Kujikawa, don't tell me that you intend to put these children on a stage. They're barely at the level of a school performance.
Okay, and?
I think I explained before, but we have the organizers' approval for my friends to come on stage with me. My fans are cheering for us, and my agency made the call that this will be a good way to push my name.
Yes, I'm sure your fans would say that. Though I'm curious to know what the fans of the other idols, who have no interest in Rise Kujikawa, would think of it.
Well, they'll be getting something interesting.
That's...
My apologies. I retract the question. It's useless asking you anyway, as you're nothing but a pretty face.
That is fighting words.
Nothing but... That's just rude!
Get it, Rise!
What good can come of complaining to a plastic dress-up doll?
Pop her in the mouth for that.
Your puppet masters are the ones who should know their place. That would be Inoue, or in fact, Takara Productions as a whole.
Excuse you? Outrage flashed across Rise's face, and the room is suddenly tense. This could get ugly. The producer, Ochizu, knew some of what she's saying is correct, but it isn't something we'll take lying down. It's not just Rise. Even though we can keep a better handle on our emotions, Naoto and I are feeling the same anger. Before Rise has a chance for an outburst, I step forward and make a calm eye contact with Miss Ochizu.
Senpai!
Take that back. That was too far. We'll pull it
We'll
off.
get it done. All of us. I hope you'll see.
Oh, I will. You can count on that. I don't intend to compromise.
Take this,
even if
you
I must
old
work with
witch.
amateurs. No event that I produce will feature any perfunctory performances. Practice until you drop. You're free to make a fool of yourself in here, but no mistakes will be tolerated on stage.
Miss Ochimizu makes her brief speech in the same court tone, unfazed by my gaze, and then turns on her heels, heading for the door. No wonder she's risen so high in the world of showbiz. Though a part of me is impressed, I squash that feeling and continue staring at her as she walks away.
Then again, it could be that your moment in the spotlight will be removed entirely. Rise Kujikawa, depending on what happens, I may have you pair up with Konami at LMB. The new set list will be released tomorrow. Once it's settled which way we'll go, I'll contact Inoue about...
Huh? Wait, I don't understand what you're talking about!
You don't need to understand. Just do what you're told. I've already discussed this with Takara Productions.
It's not happening.
If we go that direction, then your friend's presence won't be required.
Excuse me, but our friends will be here tomorrow. And they're traveling quite a distance just to perform at this festival.
My sincerest apologies for that. We'll have seats reserved so that they may enjoy the concert.
Old ass witch! Miss Ochimizu abruptly exits, leaving us in shock. What's going on here? I'm struggling to grasp what just happened. We won't be performing. Naoto must be thinking the same thing. When I meet her eyes, she looks as bewildered as I am.
What was that about? I'm gonna go have a talk with Inoue-san about this.
Rise-san.
Damn, she gone.
She's gone. What's going on here?
Some BS. We'll have to wait. Let's go after her.
Should we go after her?
I'm not so sure. Even if we do, I doubt we'll learn much.
Eh?
Rise-san?
No. It isn't Rise at the door, but a strangely familiar girl. Where have I seen her before? Right, she's the girl I saw earlier in the hallway, the one who had quite a nasty face plant.
Excuse me, is Ms. Ochimizu,
She gone.
Chimizu? Oh, you mean the producer. She left a moment ago.
See Naoto looking at me for confirmation, nod to the girl before us in assurance. More importantly, I had forgotten to ask earlier, but I hope she didn't hurt herself too badly when she tripped.
Oh, okay. Oh man, what am I gonna do?
Excuse me, but you are?
Senpai, you're not gonna... Huh? Konami, what are you doing here?
Whoa, it's Rise-senpai. Way too long time no see.
After Rise bursts through the door, the girl greets her cheerfully, as if they know each other. The place is a showbiz office, so it's only natural that Rise's acquaintance would be here. However, we're caught a bit off guard. And I think Rise called this girl Konami just a moment ago. Wait, is she really?
Sorry, Rise, but can you explain to us what's going on here?
Oh, right. Let me introduce you guys. This is Konami Mashita, lead member of Kanami Kitchen.
Konami-san? Wait, the same one who was in that video?
Yep, she looks entirely different.
Surprised? Konami's like this whenever she's not on camera. She's all reserved and boring looking. It's a lot different than her image when she's on the job.
Why, you just called her boring to her face?
And that's simply how it works? But she seems like a completely different person.
Yep. Makeup.
I get that a lot.
Makeup does that. And that's the reason why boys think makeup is scary. She really does seem completely different. It's hard to believe that this Konami-san is the same as the Konami-san in that video. Still, now is not the time for that. We need to hear what Rise's come back to tell us. I sort out my thoughts and take a deep breath before looking to Rise.
That aside, Rise, what were you about to say before?
Oh, right. I couldn't find Inoue-san, but I overheard something weird.
Weird, you say?
Yeah. Have you heard anything, Konami? About Nozomi and the others disappearing?
Disappeared? The Kanami Kitchen girls?
I guess there's your answer. No, she has not.
Yeah. Looks like they can't get a hold of them at all, and everyone's running around looking for them. I bet that's why Miss Ochimizu said those things earlier.
Rise's revelation is enough to shock us all into brief silence. They can't get in contact with the members of Kanami Kitchen. We just met them this afternoon. I see. That must have been the reason Inoue-san asked me earlier if I had seen them. And then there's Miss Ochimizu. This would explain why she suddenly ordered Rise to pair with Kanami-san, and why she told us that we may not be performing. At that moment, everything connects. Next to me, Naoto rests her hand against her chin thoughtfully, as if making deductions.
I see. If they remain missing until the day of the festival, there'll be an opening in the lineup. Miss Ochimizu, worried about this possibility, mentioned her suggestion about Rise-san and Konami-san performing as a pair.
Yeah, but the way she came and talked to us about it was freaking out of line.
But we just saw those girls this afternoon.
Yeah, we did.
Would the producer go to those links just because she lost contact with the group for a few hours?
Probably. This is Miss Ochimizu we're talking about.
Oh, that doesn't sit well.
I know about that discussion already. Ms. Ochimizu told me it'll work out as long as you're around. Still, I can't help but worry about them. That's why I was looking for Ms. Ochimizu.
It'll work out. But they're the rest of your own group.
Yeah.
And not only that, they're well-known celebrities. What if they've gotten swept up in something serious?
I don't know. But
She said she'll keep a lid on this until the festival's over.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that. That lady has lost her damn mind.
What? Is that what she thinks of us? Idols aren't toys that can be replaced.
The way she just called you a plastic mannequin says that's what she thought about it.
If this truly is a case of them going missing, there are a number of measures we can take. First, let's speak with the event organizers and have them file a missing persons report with the police. After that...
Hold on a moment.
Rise and Naoto look at me in surprise at my suddenly halting the conversation. At the fact that I suddenly please don't give me that look. Rise's anger and Naruto's precautions are both justified. I've learned these past few months that the showbiz world can be pretty cold, but this is somewhat different. As far as we can tell, 4 girls have gone missing. This sounds like a case. However, we need more information. I look to Konami-san and ask the question on my mind.
Konami-san, when did they lose contact with the rest of the group?
Not too long ago, I think. I only heard about it from Ms. Ochimizu a moment ago.
Like I said, we met them just this afternoon. Even if we went to the police with this, I doubt they'd pay us any mind. Plus, if this doesn't turn out to be anything serious, wouldn't it put the girls in a bad position?
Yeah, it would.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You're right. I gave Inoue-san a real scare a while back myself, but even then, he waited quite a while before going to the police. If he had reported me missing at the time, it could have snowballed into a much bigger problem.
Oh, same here. One time I slept through a day off I finally got, and even through the day after that. My agency apologized to our partners and said I'd been laid up with a cold. All that oversleeping gave me such a headache.
That's not as serious as the situation here. I may have a point.
She's an airhead.
Well then, why don't we do this?
I'm already in love with this girl.
If no one has heard from the rest of the group by tomorrow, we'll go ask the organizers to take the necessary steps.
Why she has that big ass hair clip though?
And if they refuse to make a move, then we'll take things into our own hands and notify the police directly.
That sounds reasonable.
Like seriously, that hair clip is not doing her any favors. She need to take that shit off.
Yosuke and the others will be here tomorrow too, along with Dojima-san.
I have a lot of reasons for holding off on doing anything drastic until tomorrow, but this is the main reason. Ryotaro Dojima, my uncle from Inaba, will be coming here tomorrow along with his daughter Nanako. He might be on vacation, but my uncle is a working police detective. For a case like this, I'm sure he'd be the best person to go to for advice.
So, even if the police are out of the question, Dojima-san might hear us out. Good call, senpai. You're so smart.
Rise claps her hand. Oh shit. Oh my god, it fucking scared me. Rise claps her hands in front of her chest, a bit melodramatically, while Naoto nods as if to hide her satisfied smile. What a nostalgic feeling. I can easily tell what they're feeling by their reactions. That's when I noticed in the corner of my eye, Konami-san is staring dumbfounded, unable to join in on our conversation.
Whoa, you all get along so well. That's so neat.
We've been through a lot together, that's all.
Yep.
Like we all became close friends before we knew it.
That much is true.
Close friends.
But Konami wants friends.
Come on, Konami. No spacing out now. You're helping out too, okay?
Huh? Wait, really? You'll let me join you?
Of course, the more the merrier.
And why wouldn't we? You came looking for Miss Ochimizu because you were worried about the others, no?
Yep.
Wouldn't that make your goal the same as ours?
And by proxy, you can join our group.
We won't force you though. You decide what's best for you, Konami-san.
What's best for me? Oh.
I feel the same as you guys. I'm worried about them.
Then you're already one of us. You're part of our circle.
Yep. That's just how it works.
Hooray! I made some friends! Let's meet up again once the others get here tomorrow. Oh, but you have work, right, Konami? Well, if anything comes up, I'll make sure to email you. Oh, right! You know, Konami, you need to stop waiting for other people to speak first. You're an idol. Assert yourself more. People only think shyness is cute for so long.
Yes. I'm sorry.
You're sorry.
Oh, such a harsh world they live in.
All right, it's pretty late, so let's call it a night.
Naoto's getting bewildered for no reason.
I'm sure Naoto-kun wants to freshen up too, so... Senpai, we're gonna ask you to stay in the room next door for a little while. Let's meet back here in a bit.
Oh, right, yeah.
I have an early morning tomorrow, so I'll be excusing myself. I just have to sleep in the nap room.
Gotcha. Let's get to it, everyone.
We nod at Rise's words and each go our separate ways. I need to freshen up and wait for Rise and Naoto to finish changing, so I'll take my things and head to the room next door we're using. Still, I'm worried. Konami Kitchen members' whereabouts are unknown. What could have happened to them? After getting ready to leave and killing enough time for Rise and Naoto to change, I return to the studio and find the door ajar. I guess they finished getting ready to go. I take a quick glance inside just to be safe and see them standing around their belongings lost in conversation. Looks like I may have made them wait instead.
But much as I hate to admit it, once she became the producer, Konami immediately started taking off.
Sorry for the wait. Are you both done? Oh, were you talking about Miss Ochimisu?
Yep.
Oh, Senpai, are you ready to go? Yep, we're talking about her. She's always like that, so even though she's legit, everyone calls her corrupt. They say she's the worst producer ever. She overworks her idols and makes shameless cash grabs from the fans.
Uh-huh.
Some go so far as to call her a demon or a money grubber, including fans of the idols she's produced. When she started with Konami in Kitchen, she had footage shown on TV of her forcing impossible demands on those girls.
I guess you won't.
By showing images of them being abused as they earnestly pursued their dreams, it would only encourage the audience to cheer them on out of sympathy.
Yeah, but you would think she would have had trouble with the police.
Exactly! That's the kind of thing she's good at. But doesn't it seem like cheating?
It is.
Plus, if it really was all an act, I might respect it. But she's exactly the same when the cameras aren't rolling, so sometimes I seriously wonder if she's not faking it.
She's not.
Having been on the receiving end, I can see why you'd think so.
Right? She always makes us do insane things without running them by us. I wish she'd think about the people who actually have to do that stuff.
Like what? Are we next? What's she
What
up
about
to?
LMB? Do you think Miss Ochimisu is scheming something with that?
I don't know. What if Konami in Kitchen going missing is another one of Miss Ochimizu's promotional tactics?
I hadn't considered that possibility.
Wait, scratch that idea. Even Miss Ochimizu wouldn't go that far, I think.
You think?
I see. By the by, there's something I'd like to mention which may have no bearing on this case. I heard an odd rumor regarding the festival.
An odd rumor?
Yes. If you go to the festival website at midnight, it plays an unusual video. The video shows an idol known to be dead dancing in it.
Huh?
Those who watch the video to the end are taken away to the other side and never awaken. Or so the rumor goes.
Sounds like the Midnight Channel.
Whoa, Naoto-kun! Where is this coming from?
I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to scare you. Of course, I don't believe this tall tale about some dead idol. Not one bit.
But Naoto, didn't we go through a situation like this?
Naoto-kun, you're scared, huh?
Of course she is.
Yes, but that isn't important. I didn't bring this up to talk about that.
Risa and I can't help but exchange looks at Naoto's inability to hide her anxiety. Still, she's right. Now's not the time to be worried about something like that.
Go on, Naoto.
Yes, anyway, there's something that disturbs me about this rumor.
What's that?
Well, doesn't it seem a bit similar to our prior experiences?
When you look at a switched-off TV at midnight on a rainy day, you'll see your soulmate.
Right.
You're talking about the Midnight Channel.
Yep. The Midnight Channel. The cause behind the mystery we were faced with when we were still just ordinary high school students. A world within TVs. The monsters called shadows lurking there. And the enigmatic serial murderer case centered in the town of Inaba. All the memories of last year flashed through my mind in an instant. A sudden chill runs down my spine. We await Naoto's next words. Our growing unease justified for once.
Of course, it's hard to say how much we can trust these sorts of rumors. On the other hand, this particular rumor has some troubling aspects to it.
Like the Midnight Channel.
Such as?
There have been genuine victims, and their numbers have been rapidly increasing. Though naturally, there's no proven correlation between the victims and the rumor. It's quite possible that the rumor sprung up in reaction to the victims. But it's a fact that a good handful of people are in a comatose state right now.
A coma?
Coma.
Seriously? I never heard about that.
Is this another case with another world? That's what Risa is probably trying to ask. I was wondering the same thing myself, but Naoto shakes her head in response to Rise's question.
There's no knowing whether this is a case yet or not. I only briefly heard about it the other day during work. I was going to look into it, and if it did turn out to be connected to that case, I thought it might be necessary for me to consult everyone about it.
The LMB website at midnight, huh?
Offhand, I glanced towards the clock high on the studio wall. 11:58 p.m., almost midnight. If I point it out, at the very least, the three of us here could check the truth behind the rumor, but look at the site.
It's almost midnight. Why don't we check it out for ourselves?
I knew you'd say that.
Of course.
In all honesty, I doubt that this rumor has anything to do with the disappearances.
We'll see.
But all the same, it may be faster to get to the bottom of this rumor ourselves.
Wait, you want us to look at it right here, right now?
Yeah.
Geez, fine. But we're all gonna look at it together. Senpai, you come over here. Naoto-kun, you're over there. And whatever happens, no running away, okay? Let's see. Love meets bonds. Oh, here it is, the official LMB site.
Rise taps her cell phone's touchscreen, and the LMB Fest website comes up. Set lists, ticket details, participating artists, several topics and details have been added, but the website seems mostly unchanged from other times we checked it.
The site appears to be operating normally.
See? Nothing's coming up. That rumor has to be fake.
I checked the clock on the wall again and see that it's now a minute before midnight. I just hope nothing unusual happens.
Wait, what is this?
Rise's voice pulls me back to the phone screen, and I see something completely new being displayed. Crackling static fills the screen, and an eerie light flickers. Countless shadows sway in a visual noise, just barely visible. Okay, that doesn't sound good at all.
They do look like human silhouettes.
Yes.
And they seem to be dancing, don't they?
Yes, they do. What the? There was somebody who touched the screen. Someone touched the screen.
That's all of it.
This has to be just a prank. I'm gonna check with the admins about this. Oh, or it's part of Miss Ochimizu's PR. I bet she spread that weird rumor to get Konami's group to sell more.
I highly doubt that. That's when I noticed it, just on the edge of hearing. What was that? I concentrate trying to figure out what that sound was. If it's just us here, I couldn't have heard something that unusual, right?
What's the matter, Senpai?
No, I heard it
Did
too.
you hear something just now?
I did.
I heard it too.
No way. So it wasn't just me?
Here we go. The demon crap.
A voice?
What is that?
A portal to another world. I followed Naoto's gaze and noticed an eerie light swaying near the studio ceiling. Like a fog machine or a stage pyrotechnic effect, it's lit up by a strange light. It's as if it's looking down upon us.
Come, Risei Kujikawa. I've prepared a place just for you.
What?
Who are you? How do you know my...
Whoa! Okay. Well, I'll be damned.
Senpai!
Kujikawa Risei.
Oh, you're up. Thank goodness.
Yeah, thank goodness. I stare at the sound of Risei calling my name. Where am I? The last thing I remember is a weird light in the Takura production studio, and then... Are you two okay?
Risei, Naoto, are you alright?
We're okay. You're the one we're worried about. We couldn't wake you up at all.
Yes. I'm glad to see you conscious as well. Though, our situation still isn't very good.
Yeah, we can see that.
It's so dark here, I can't see anything. Where are we?
Up on the stage.
My guess is we're in the other world that those who see the video are taken to. It seems the rumor was true. It's that voice.
Welcome, Risei Kujikawa, to our midnight stage.
To the midnight stage.
Midnight stage?
That's right. An ideal world where no one hurts or gets hurt. I only intended to invite Risei-san here. But oh well. I prepared a stage for you all. Here, take a look.
Or just a stage for Risei, because it says Risei Kujikawa. Suddenly, a dim light turns on and we realize where we are. Well, perhaps it's not exactly where we are, but what kind of place this is. We appear to be standing on a stage, a fairly gaudy decorated one, like for a concert. The stage itself isn't lit, but it's overly decorated and exaggerated in every way possible. Simply put, its design screams out Risei back in showbiz. What in the world is this?
Just who the heck are you? Not only did you drag us here, you put this thing together.
A god?
What are you trying to accomplish?
Never mind that. I just want to connect with all of you. Look, see how many have been waiting for your comeback.
The shadows. That's creepy.
Are these shadows?
Come now, won't you sing? Dance for them. It'll make everyone happy.
They're getting rowdy. The shadows that fill the seats give an eerie cheer and sway their bodies as if to commend us. What are these shadows? They've been waiting for Risei's performance. On closer inspection, the shadows' bodies are all connected from their necks, hands, and legs with strange ribbons lengthening as if alive themselves. This isn't good. If a battle breaks out, it won't be easy breaking through their numbers with just the three of us.
I've had enough of this! You kidnap us to who knows where, and now you want us to dance for these shadows? To hell with that! Send us back home, now!
Persona.
The shadows.
What? All of a sudden, the shadows stop moving and a silent stillness falls upon the area. At the same time, the music, no, more like an eerie song I've been hearing ever since entering this world, begins increasing in volume, as if encroaching from far beyond.
Send you back? No, you're all going to dance. That's what everyone's here for, after all.
After the mysterious voice's loud reply, the shadows began moving their limbs in time to the song, as if they're dancing. Suddenly, we're hit with an overwhelming weakness. We have to fight just to remain standing. What kind of music is this?
What is this? I feel weak.
The Song of Weakness.
Isn't it wonderful? This song is my gift to everyone.
What?
Don't you feel it? How they all desire to connect with you?
No, we do not.
So that song and the shadows dance is what's affecting us.
You, Senpai!
Right.
Persona. I instinctively sense Naoto's intent, and we react at the same time. It's as if Naoto's quick draw and my call to the persona in my heart, we're completely simultaneous.
Ready?
Persona!
Izanagi! Forgot her persona.
What?
Reversal.
My bullets disappeared. And Senpai's persona too? Is this your doing?
Don't accuse me of something I didn't do.
You didn't do it.
I told you earlier. No one gets hurt here.
No fighting. Unbelievable. Both my persona and Naoto's bullet disappear, like smoke before they even reach the shadows. Just like the mysterious voice says, it looks like anything violent at all gets somehow negated in this world.
What do you want from us?
Nothing really. We're just asking you to accept us.
Dance! Dance, you little puppet!
Come on. Let's connect with these eternal bonds.
Okay, this is getting creepy.
It's all right. Don't be frightened. Let's dance together. Won't you join us, Racing Kujikawa?
Careful.
Whoa.
This is bad.
Wait, are they climbing up on stage?
No, I can't.
Rise-san.
I can't lose.
You don't want to live every day. You can't have to be. You gotta click when the rules and it. Yeah.
Could it be? We need to move. The shadows are being affected by our music and
Yep.
movement. It's just as I thought. That eerie song we're hearing is forcing the shadows to dance. If we can interrupt that song and the shadows dance, we might get through this.
But how?
I don't know.
So
One idea
step
comes to mind.
on up
If we can
to the
force them into a
plate
different song and dance like before,
and meet your
then
fate.
maybe-
Walk us down to the lion's den. What the? Oh, sapping energy. Kind of looked like she was trying to get electrocuted. Or she was starting to get electrocuted.
Please stop there. Dance.
What the?
Naoto. We just have to get those shadows moving to our music, right?
Rise?
Senpai, if that stuff Naoto-kun was saying is true, then
Time to
there's something
dance.
I can do to help her. Right now.
Huh?
I'll
Just-
try and use my persona. Maybe I can deliver our music to those shadows at full blast. The way they reacted to my music earlier, I think I might be able to
bye.
affect them a little bit. But I don't think that'll be enough. That's why I need your help too, Senpai. If music and movement affects them, then we should be able to pull them into
It's
our
time to
rhythm, right?
dance.
Don't worry. Just show off your cool dance. I know you can do it, Senpai.
Let's go get it.
Oh, I disconnected it. Whoops.
I can do this. How's that?
It's a war of air every day. You can't hide from me. You gotta pray for the rules.
All right.
Yelling out in the face of this out of street. When your friends and boss look like on the face of it, they miss
Yeah, this thing is going too damn slow for me.
All right.
all the place in it. You big fight, all the place in it. How did fun
Yeah.
to just have the last goodbye?
Hold on. It's going too damn slow. I don't like how slow it is, but I gotta deal with it. Fuck. That's annoying.
All right.
Uh,
How's that?
It's a war of air every day.
Yeah.
You can't hide from me. You gotta pray for the rules.
How's that?
Yelling out in the face of this out of street. When your friends and boss look
Up shit.
on the face of it, they miss the history. But they fight all the place in it. You big fight all the
Ugh.
place in it.
How's that?
How did the times that just have to laugh goodbye? I know it's natural to say,
Yeah.
but there ain't no other way.
If I can just keep this up.
You're doing great. I can feel what's in your heart.
Yeah. All right. How's that? All right. How's that? How's that? How's that?
You swing, you fall,
Yeah.
down, and you think you can take one more round. But something almost evil keeps getting you up. Something
All right.
angry, something deep, something stuck in
Yeah.
your gut, something telling you you cannot
Yeah.
give up. You cannot give up. So you got time.
Yeah.
It's just how you want to fight. It's going back and rolling right.
All right.
Take your love and it's right.
You're doing great.
It's working. The shadows are going for it. Yeah. All right. Persona is the power of the heart. Depending on your heart's true nature, it changes form. Not just for hurting, and not just for fighting. Right now, I know I can show you how I really feel. We will never stop changing. Answer my call.
Persona Izanagi. Okay, we cleared the stage, but that was kind of... I didn't like how slow that shit was going. Jesus Christ. I steady my ragged breaths and stand locked in place as the adrenaline dies down. I see. I only realized that after dancing in front of an audience for the first time, but dancing really is expression. It seems like conveying what's in your heart is easier in this world compared to ours. At first, the shadows were just pushing that eerie song at me, but I could feel their hearts beating down, being drawn to our music and dancing. That eerie voice and the shadows must have been using that system to their advantage, try to and control us. Instead, we used that against them. In other words, we won them over. Still.
Good job, Senpai! That was a fantastic performance!
Ugh, I hate how that went. And I really can't even fix it.
Actually, what was that persona just now? There was something different about it.
It was Izanagi.
I'm not sure. But when I thought I wanted to convey my feelings to those shadows, my persona responded from within me.
Way to go, Senpai! And that's why you're our leader. Only you can pull off something that amazing.
Right.
Come on.
It's true, ever since I felt myself conveying my heart to the shadows, I had a kind of newfound determination. I had nothing concrete backing it up, but I still felt it clearly. In truth, my persona was responding to my desire to express my feelings and took on a new form. We can still continue to change. Ever since the case ended and we got back to our normal day-to-day, I felt so uncertain, wondering how I could move forward. But just then, my persona eased any doubts I had.
Naoto-kun, we did it! Senpai gave him a super sweet show.
I sensed it as well. That's what allowed me to return to my right mind.
You sensed it? But you got caught by that ribbony thing and...
Yes. Because of that, I learned something about those shadows.
Really? What did you find out?
When caught in that ribbon, it's as if you're forced to be the you that others desire, rather than how you perceive yourself.
Huh?
You're made to believe you want to be tied to the other shadows with that ribbon, even if it means discarding who you truly are.
Wow, that's some existential bull.
The most dreadful thing is that I myself felt sure that it was what I needed to do.
Just as I thought, with Naoto's theory and my intuition, it seems clear that the song and the shadows dancing are meant to bind us to their will. As I speculate, Rise seems somewhat unhappy with Naoto's words. She pouts indignant.
That's crazy! You're no one else but you, Naoto-kun.
Well, in hindsight, I can see how bizarre the assumption was. So my theory is that the ribbon has the power to induce those beliefs.
Yeah, I sensed it too. While I was dancing, I felt like I couldn't let my guard down at all, that the shadows would take me if I did.
Okay.
That song and the shadows dance probably have a similar power. So what I did was concentrate on getting my message across as I danced.
You said something like that earlier too. What did you want to tell them?
I just did what you said, Rise. Dancing is about expressing yourself and your feelings to the people watching you, right? So I danced to show the shadows who I am, not what they wanted to see.
And as a result, I remembered who I am. It's ironic that the key to this confrontation was the true self I once tried so hard to deny.
Uh-huh.
One shouldn't abandon oneself just because they've been connected to others. I feel that those shadows were released from the ribbon's binding because they sensed that as well. Rise-san, you didn't get that sense from watching him dance?
Of course I did. I could tell his dancing was different from usual. I just couldn't put it into words because of all that persona stuff that happened.
Yeah, I'm sure you got the message loud and clear, Rise.
Well now, the shadows are all returning. Suddenly the cheering shadows envelop in the glow shine even brighter and begin dissolving as if melting into light. It's a beautiful sight despite the situation we're stuck in. We can't help but marvel.
Wow, it's beautiful.
Yeah, but they're still creepy.
The shadow's presence is fading. What's going on?
Returning? To where?
I don't know, but that's the feeling I get. With that weird ribbony thing gone, it seems they all disappeared from this world. Maybe they realized something wasn't right, like you did, Naoto-kun.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Still, what could those shadows have been? They didn't seem quite like the shadows we knew.
Hold on a second. Naoto has paint where are out of danger for now, but the situation left us with countless questions and barely any answers. Give me a minute. Ugh. Sorry about that, I had to check something. Naoto has a point. We're out of danger for now, but the situation left us with countless questions and barely any answers. First, we need to find some way to escape from here. And there's our exit.
You don't like this stage, after all the trouble I went through to prepare it?
You again. I've had enough of this. Is your idea of eternal bonds tying up the shadows with that thing?
That's right. If this is the connection you speak of, then it's much too one-sided.
Hold on.
Is your idea of eternal bonds tying up the shadows with that thing? You've got one twisted mind.
Okay, that's what she said.
What's so funny?
It's okay. If that's what you think, then I certainly won't force you to stay here.
Okay.
But don't get so cocky just because you sent those back. Our bonds are eternal. There are countless others to forge them with.
You. Are you gonna bring someone else in here?
Sorry, but you've already stepped off the stage. The next performances will be beginning soon, featuring Tamami and the others.
Tamami? You don't mean...
Right. At that instant, everything clicks. But that would be the worst case scenario. I only hope my conclusion is wrong. I forced myself to speak up, speaking with as much dread as determination. Did you take them?
The members of Kaname Kitchen. Did you kidnap them?
Why do you care? It has nothing to do with you.
It does, you bitch.
I'll try scanning the area. Come, Persona! There are some places where shadows are bunched up. 1, 2, 4 total? I found someone! Is this... Tomoe?
It's off limits to unauthorized personnel.
Yeah. Rise hastily dismisses her persona and braces herself to, but creepy ribbons are already slithering up our legs. We completely let our guard down. Bound in ribbons, my arms put up no resistance as a tremendous force drags at my body.
No!
Goodbye, Rise Kujikawa.
Wow. That sure was something.
Is this?
We're back. It only takes a moment to realize that the three of us are back in the same Takura production studios we were in before we got sent to that world. Rise and Naoto seem to have made ungraceful landings, but they're alright for the most part.
Ow! Jeez! Is this how you treat an idol?
Looks like we're back in the studio. So as soon as we reject the bond that voice spoke of, we're promptly asked to leave.
Promptly kicked out.
At least we're all back safe.
Uh-huh. I was honestly bracing myself for the worst. But wait! That reading I got a second ago! It was definitely Tomoe's. I'm certain that's who I picked up on.
Right.
The same Tomoe-san we met earlier?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
That's right. Rise had picked up on some presents right before we were forced out. If it really was Tomoe-san, then she must still be trapped there, even as we speak. If that's the case, there's something else I need to confirm immediately. And the others?
What about the other girls? Kanamine Kitchen is Konami-san and 4 other members, right?
I don't know. That place was a lot bigger than I thought. The only reading I picked up on in the moment I had was Tomoe's.
Given what we heard from Konami-san, it's safe to assume the rest of Kanamine Kitchen disappeared around the same time. If you detected Tomoe-san's reading over there, the others are likely to have been taken as well.
Yeah, Naoto's right.
The rumored video clip that plays at midnight, victims who have fallen unconscious, and now a group of missing idols. This does seem to demand an investigation.
First things first, though. What was that world we were in? The name Midnight Stage bothers me.
You're telling me.
There were shadows there too. It seemed kind of like the TV world we used to go into.
And then there's that voice. It has to belong to the root of this trouble.
God. A god.
I think it's that, deceased idol behind
Or
this, do
a
you?
divine being.
That's beyond my knowledge. Let's put that possibility aside for now.
Yeah, that's not what we need to focus on right now.
The video that plays at midnight, a world apart from reality, shadows that lurk there are personas and the missing victims. Even at this stage, it's clear enough that this is beyond what normal people can handle. We need to sort through the situation and come up with some plan to rescue Tomoe-san and the others.
Either way, I can't leave them in that awful place. Please, you senpai, Naoto-kun, could you help me out? I want to save them.
Of course.
Of course. Count me in.
I'm a bit shocked, in fact. Did you think we'd shrug it off as none of our concern? There are already victims, making this an honest-to-goodness case. And we're the only ones who can solve it.
Yep, because we're the only ones with the power. That's right. Rise was probably serious when she asked us to do this. But the truth is, we're taken aback that she had to ask. This isn't about just anyone. Our friends' friends are in trouble, and she's trying to save them. So, of course, there's no reason we wouldn't lend a hand.
Yeah.
Now that that's decided, we need a plan. Yosuke and the others will be here in the morning. I'm sure they'll help us out too.
And let's go over the case once they join us. For now, though, I think we should leave.
Yeah, we
need our
should.
rest after all.
Right. Things are gonna get busy, so we should rest while we can.
Got it. I'll go ahead and email everyone about the situation. Oh, we shouldn't drag Konami into this, huh? I feel bad, but I won't tell her anything.
Yeah, I agree. It's for her own safety.
Right.
Okay, so I'll just contact our gang. Well then, you two ready to go home?
Yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah. 4 members of Konami Kitchen missing in a mysterious other world. We might be used to this by now, but I doubt it'll be easy. Looks like we'll have a lot to talk about when Yosuke and the others arrive. I follow Rise and Naruto and head towards the studio exit. I don't know what it is about this game, but something feels definitely off when I'm doing the song segments as opposed to the other game. Probably because the other games feel upgraded.
That is how their festival began. What do you think? Fate is truly full of surprises, no? They faced themselves and gained the power to stand up against difficulties.
Right.
Rather than a contest of strength, it required them to openly express themselves and convey their feelings.
The woman smiles joyously before looking towards you again.
However,
me again.
This did not deter him. And as if in response to that firmness of will, his power changed its form. Fascinating, don't you think? By the way, have you thought about why you have found yourself here? Don't worry yourself over it. I don't have that answer for you. I asked only out of my own curiosity. Well then, allow me to show you a little more of the story.
Okay, I'm already invested, Margaret. When the woman raises her hand, the same light radiates from it, swallowing the surrounding scenery.
Here is where we left off with their festival.
Okay, this is actually where we're going to end this now, so whew. This is long. This is a long thing. But as you guys can see, we've actually did a whole lot here. So everybody, this has been Hunter the Ray Dragon. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will be back with another playthrough of this. I will not be doing, I don't think I'll be doing live streams of this. I think it's better if I do playthroughs because of how this damn thing works. Well, anyways, I hope to see all of you guys in the next playthrough. I will see you guys later. Peace.